morning, everybody. It is Sunday, June 21st, and this is going to be Mailbag Part 2. We're starting at 10:15 because I just needed a couple extra minutes this morning. So it kind of feels like even that's not going to quite be enough. But we're going to go for it, see what we can do. Following the usual sort of protocol, I'm going to move the boxes from here 10 feet over to there. And then at 10:15, we will start the official mailbag. So if you want to jump ahead, if you're watching it in the archives, you can do that. Now we've got Custard out here hanging out with us today. Hang on. We got Custard hanging out with us today. Whether he likes it or not, I've closed him in here, and I'll talk about that when we start the mailbag. But I do expect there's a good chance that we could have a little conflict, like I was saying. He was just starting some conflict right before I turned on the microphone. So we'll keep an eye out. You know, he's not going to hurt anybody, but it could be noisy. We'll see. Just a warning, I guess. How you feeling, Banter? You really told you, didn't you? You had your back up and everything. I'm pretty sure it was Custard making the noises and not Banter, but I guess it could have been either one of them. They were having a real standoff. Feeling better now, Banter Beans? Seems like Custard's feeling a little better too. Maybe Custard was out in the cat run, and the noise all started when he started to come in. At the same time, Banter was looking out. So it's possible that he was just surprised. He usually has a lot of fun with kittens because he can play with them, unlike the faculty that takes his play as being too aggressive. All three of them now. All right. Oh, I need more coffee and stuff, and I got like 5 minutes before I'm back with you guys. So. Hey everybody, hey kittens, it's 10:15. That's time for our mailbag part 2. I need the space, kiddos. Tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to move this off to the side so we can watch this and mailbag at the same time. Maybe we're going to do that. Want to do that? I'm going to try it. That means I can just sit over here on the floor. I got to check the cameras again. I could have planned all this just a little better. That's all right. Oh, good enough. Okay. Let's see. Let me start by looking at the cameras. It's not too bad. I can move up a little. Let me move up a little so we're a little closer with all the tiny. Hey, Custard, Custard. Hey, Maggie, wait. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine for now. Oh, she makes so much noise when she gets in a conflict that you swear something terrible's happening, but they didn't even actually touch, or at least if they did, not much. So I was going to put her out of the space. I had her. Well, we'll get to that in just a second. Let me check the camera angles first. We'll play the mailbag jingle just because we can, and let me do that, and then I will talk to all of you. Give me 1 second.
Kitten Academy's where you want to be when you are a cat. On a Saturday they can pounce playtime for the mailbag.
Okay, that's a little better. I see the camera still pointed up a little bit tall for what we're doing here. Let me start there. I know we're doing all this on the fly, and I apologize for that. I'm off to I'm running a bit slow myself, so apologies. But we'll make this as fun as we possibly can. I think that camera angle is good enough. That's the kind of morning that I'm going for right now. It's just good enough. I think we can make that happen. So let me start by talking to you about Custard and DJ, because I know that's the big news today that wasn't yesterday. Yesterday I mentioned that DJ and Custard were coming home, and that happened, and it was great. It was so wonderful to see DJ. You know, I think you don't always realize what you miss until you get it back, right? Kind of the corollary, like whatever. It's like the partner of you don't know what you got till it's gone. It was really nice to have her back, I guess, is my point, and a real good reminder of what I do, so much of what I do for, to have DJ back specifically, but even more generically, just to have another human being around for a while, it does make a difference. So it was nice. That's my point, and really glad to have DJ back. But it is temporary, and that leads directly into the discussion of Custard. As you saw, Custard started a little conflict there with Maggie. When Custard came back yesterday, Custard started conflicts with everybody. And that's not, I don't think, you guys can form your own opinions. I don't think that's because of the phenomenon of, he was away and now he's back and he's doing something new, like he's establishing dominance, or the smells are setting people off or anything like that. I don't think it's any of that. I think this is just exactly the same behavior that we had come to accept as normal from Custard. I've said the whole time, Custard is a bully. He's always been a bully. He starts trouble with the other cats. He starts trouble with Maggie. He starts trouble with Logan. That's what he does and what he has done. And I think it had been ongoing for us for such a long time that it had really become normalized. And to be fair, the level of trouble that Custard starts isn't bad. He's never hurt another cat, and I don't think that he would hurt another cat. And I think on some level, most of the time, he's actually trying to engage them in some activity that they don't want to go along with. So he's a bit of a bully, though, and that became all the more obvious after he's been away for so long. Now that he's back, I sort of see that activity now in a different light. And it suddenly occurs to me that the whole time he's been gone, we haven't had any of that kind of conflict here at all. It's been conflict-free zone between all the cats. In fact, you just saw all the pictures I posted of every single member of the faculty hanging out together with Acro in his room with no conflict. So it's interesting that Custard comes back and we realize now how much he stirs things up. And that's led me to want to seek out new solutions to that problem. But as with anything, we've got to move in stages on that because we can't solve everything overnight. So overnight, Custard spent the night in the kitten room by himself because it was an easy room to isolate, and because the kittens have been everywhere else around the house. They've been spending every night out of their room anyway. It really worked out. It was very convenient. We could just put him in there. He has access to all the toys he could possibly want, food, water, litter boxes, easy peasy. So he spent the night in the kitten room. Everybody else spent the night out, including the kittens that should be in there. It worked out. And then this morning, I started out by trimming his nails because they were razor sharp. So I trimmed his nails to sort of take the edge off, literally. And then I put up the fence, that 4-foot fence that we've got, just exactly like he was a mom cat that was a little bit aggressive. The same way that we start them out is we have them in the room, then we slowly let them out in the living room with the barrier up so they can start to meet the faculty in a controlled way. And at least for now, I'm going to start them out like that and see how it goes. Now, Maggie invited herself over the barrier. Loganberry does that often too, and the other cats mostly know how to do it. But the interesting thing is I don't think I've ever really seen, well, maybe I have seen Custard go over the barrier a few times, but he's not likely to, and so far he hasn't tried to let himself out of this zone. So it's working so far. Then for long-term plans, and I know this is not mailbag relevant, but whatever, we'll cover it real quick because I know everybody that's watching is interested. In the long term, the plan is for, at least right now, again, this is all, we're taking things as they come and we're making stuff up on the fly, and we've never felt a big, like we're committed to any plan that we make. Those plans have to be fluid, especially when you're dealing with cats. You've got to be willing to reevaluate, reassess, and change what you're doing at any moment. So that said, the plan as of this moment is DJ is going to return to her apartment tonight. Sorry, not tonight, probably tomorrow morning, sorry. She's at work right now. She's going to return to her apartment tomorrow morning. She's going to bring Custard with her. And what we're going to try is Custard's going to stay there with her during the week. And then on the weekends, when it's possible, she'll come home and probably bring Custard with her for the weekends. And I think that's a good plan for a lot of reasons that I won't get into because mailbag will end up lasting another hour and a half when it really doesn't need to. But we'll talk more about it later on. That's the plan right now. There's some other possibilities too that we're also considering. In fact, she was talking to her fellow doctors. I don't know if you guys know this about DJ, just as an aside. The apartment that she has is one that's owned by the hospital, and it's in a it's an apartment building. The entire building is owned by the hospital, and it's entirely full of the doctors that work at the hospital that need a place to stay near the hospital. I think most of them live there full time. That is their only house. And it's mostly actually the residents like DJ that, only have to be at the hospital for a few years necessarily. Anyway, the point being that DJ was talking to her fellow doctors about it today when she got to work, and she said that they were all really excited to hear that Custard was coming back, and several of them offered to take care of him if she wanted to leave him there when she comes back home for a day or two, which she's thinking about, but probably not going to do. Anyway, all right. Could be a rambling morning, could be a really messy mailbag because, like I said, I haven't had enough coffee or enough morning or enough anything. I did get lots of sleep. I don't know why. These kids, though, I feel a little sorry for DJ because she's at work today, and these guys decided that 4 o'clock this morning was exactly the right time to start running around the bedroom like a bunch of little wild kittens. And they woke us both up. I managed to get back to sleep. I have no idea if she did. But they were going nuts at 4. which is, that's what cats do, right? I mean, that's just typical cat behavior. So, all right, let's do it. There's no letters today because we did the letters in yesterday's mailbag. There's no extra news today because we did the news in yesterday's mailbag. There's just no reason for us not to jump right in and get started on some of these boxes. And this is probably, like I said, this is probably going to go real fast because what we've got left is mostly the Amazon drop shipments and then just a couple of things that aren't. So could go real quick. And let's just get right into it. All right. Custard is interested. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where's the note? Wow. It says, hello to all the kittens, Mr. A and DJ. This is the first present I've sent. Maybe it's enough to do a ping pong ball pit. I hope this gift brings joy for many classes from Natalie, who is Kitten Loves Stars on YouTube. All right, awesome. Kitten Loves Stars. I love that name. That's really cute. It's one word. It's Kitten. Kitten loves, Loves, stars, Stars. So notably, if you're trying to spell it out, there's going to be two S's in a row between loves and stars. Kitten Loves Stars. That is a great name, Kitten Loves Stars. You sent us a ton of ping pong balls. Oh my gosh! So this is 2 giant bags of ping pong balls. I don't know if it's enough to do a real ping pong ball pit, but I bet it would be enough to fill this box up with ping pong balls and see what happens. Or maybe if I take a slightly more shallow box, it might be even more interesting because then the ping pong balls will fly out all over the place. I think that could be a really fun thing to do this morning. And then on top of that, ping pong balls make awesome kitten toys. I mean, the best. I always keep a bag of ping pong balls, and we throw at least a handful of them into all of the endowments. So this is going to help us out with the endowments for quite a while. Plus, they make a great, the best ball for bathtub ball, which is a game that we used to play with our perfect bathtub at the old house, where we would throw a ping pong ball in the bathtub and the cats would bat it around in there. It was really fun because they would knock it, it would go up the edge of the bathtub and then back down again, and you'd be able to keep playing with it forever. It's great, great game. The bathtubs here at this house aren't so perfectly set up for it because they all have those big glass slidey doors, which means there's that rim, and it's kind of annoying for me, if not for the kittens. And it also only means that you can only have half of the bathtub open at a time because it's a glass sliding door. I think you get my point. But I think most people don't have those, and you are the people who are lucky. You're the winners if you don't have them, because then you can open your shower curtain all the way, or maybe you don't have one at all, and toss a ping pong ball in there, and believe me, it is a great fun cat thing. Obviously, with no water, no water. Don't do that. Just the ping pong ball. It is so cool. So this will be great for that, and it'll be great for other things, and it will be great for us to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this right now because we're sitting here having fun today, and because I'm trying to find extra things to distract Custard, which, by the way, is part of my plan for today, is to work with Custard. I'm going to try to play him out after Mailbag. I'm going to bring a tissue pit up here, or at least I was planning on it. We'll see how this does. Then on top of the tissue pit, I'm going to get the wand toy out. I'm just going to try to wear him out as much as I can this morning and see what kind of an effect that has on everything. And then, of course, worst comes to worst, I can also try the medicine that we've given him in the past, which is the gabapentin, which can help calm him down. But first off, gabapentin doesn't feel like a long-term solution to me. And secondly, I don't think it's got the effect on him any more than it should. He's kind of become accustomed to it over time. And, we'll see. I'm just going to cut this box down a little bit, and then we're going to put the ping pong balls in it. Give me 1 second here. I'm using my good knife, so I'm keeping an eye on these kids like Banner who thinks it might be interesting. Well, I didn't cut that entirely evenly, but that's all right. We don't stand on that kind of formality here. It's fine if it's not perfect, isn't it? That's what I always tell my kittens. It's fine if you're not perfect. And you're not, so it's a good thing. Okay, let's do this right now. Kitten loves stars. Check this out. Custard is not going to be able to fit in there. Oh, what was that? All that noise. That scared the kittens off. I guess you guys can't see too well behind the ripple rug and the box and everything, but this could be fun. Now, I should say, I've mentioned in the past, when we do the tissue pit, I've talked about the fact that, it was originally supposed to be a ball pit, and it takes way more balls to fill one of those pits than people ever imagine. Like, it takes thousands of balls, not even kidding, thousands. And that's not ping pong balls; those are the ball pit size balls. So it's way more than people think. Plus, it's hard to keep all of that sanitary because then in between classes or in between uses, you want to wash it all. And washing those balls is another big pain. I guess you could throw them all in the bathtub and shower them off a little bit, but then who knows? And then how do you get them dry and all that mess? That's why we started the tissue pit instead. But I also think the tissue pit tends to be a little more fun for them. So either way, though, this actually fills that box pretty perfectly. I'm trying to tip it up without knocking them all out. We'll see if they end up playing in it, or if it's just going to end up being a box I bring down in the basement to use mostly for endowments and for throwing out for toys. Like I said, though, one way or another, we're going to get so much use out of those. If it's not for the ball pit, then it will definitely be for toys and endowments because they love ping pong balls. They love them, and they're one thing that we're always running out of because they end up batted under the fridge or under the cat cages or places where we can't find them. So that's great. Kitten Loves Stars. Thank you so much for that. And that's Kitten Loves Stars on YouTube. I guess you must not be on the Discord. But thank you very, very much. Okay. We'll encourage them to play with that after I'm done opening everything. I don't want to get too distracted right now. He says, as though he's not. All right. Well, oh, this is very cute. Who is this? Oh, there's a note. Okay, there's a note. Come on. This is super cute. I can't. The note. Come on, note. All right, hang on. I'm going to set the box up here for a second while we look at the note. All right. Well, the note actually just says, oh, okay, hang on. There's a couple. Enjoy your gift from Tina Marie. We had something from Tina Marie yesterday, too. Okay, package number 2, it says, this note. Package number 2 in honor of Sydney Party's birthday and how she loves your channel. I hope the kittens love this tunnel from Tina Marie. Awesome. And let's see, there's another note that says, my daughter Sydney P loves your channel, so in honor of her birthday, I sent the kittens a few toys. I just started watching too. Thanks for all you both do for the cats and kittens from Tina Marie. Well, Tina Marie, thank you. You sent some stuff that is really cool in this box. So first off, the tunnel that you mentioned a cat tunnel. It says cat tunnel for your cats. Well, that's good. I don't know what else a cat tunnel would be for. So it's perfect, but perfectly sized cat tunnel. It is awesome, and I'm sure the cats will get a lot of use out of that. We usually have a stash of them because they get wrecked. We don't have to replace them after almost every class. So if we don't use it for these kids, we'll use it for one of the ones in the future. I guarantee. They do have a tunnel in their room already that isn't quite completely wrecked yet. And it looks like they've all decided to go take a nap up the cat tree right now. Or at least 2 of them have. I don't see Banter. Oh, Banter's right here under this hole. I don't know if you can see her in there or not. Hey, Banter. I see you. I see you. It's just me. Okay. So the other stuff you sent is super awesome, too. Here we have a second Catnip Unicorn. It's a little different style than the one that we had yesterday, and it says on it, there's a big sticker that says, more potent than catnip. Oh, it's catnip and silvervine. I like that quite a bit, and I like the unicorn theme quite a bit, too. That's completely awesome. Plus, here's where it gets even cooler. We have a mermaid toy. I have never seen this before. Oh, it's not a mermaid. It is a Mermouse. It is a mouse with a little feather headdress, because that's cute, and a great big feather tail, and it is a mermaid mouse. That is the coolest thing. I've never seen one of these before, and I love it. I completely love it. Wow. And then we also have something that might work out really well for our upcoming Southwestern theme room, which is a Smarty Cat Toss a Fox. And it is so the reason I say it might work out well for the Southwestern theme is, not only is it a fox, which could work anyway, but it has got like a little tiny Native American style headband on too, with the little, I don't know what you call them, it's the ribbons that hang down here. Custard wants to check it out right now. Well, buddy, you do need something to play with right now, don't you? Because there's just not 100,000 toys in this room already. What do you think of that? Anyway, this fox is this is all so cool. You picked out the neatest stuff. I love this. I love the little fox with the headband and the mouse, the Mermouse. That is so unique. See, now that was him trying to play, for sure. Maggie, he's trying to play. That was totally him playing, and then he stopped short so that she would get a chance to play back. And she just wanted to hiss at him because she is not into it. Custard, there's a kitten under this ripple rug, though, that might be interested. What do you think of that? Anyway, that was absolutely him trying to play, and we want to encourage that. But like I said, after Mailbag is going to be my playtime with him. I love these toys so much. I would give one to Custard right now, except there's so many toys in here already. I want to try to get him to play with some of those. I mentioned in yesterday's Mailbag, I think, how much cats love novelty. And sometimes it is the case that you can have 100,000 cat toys laying around on the floor, and none of them are any fun anymore because they're laying around on the floor and have been. Sometimes it helps if you just gather them all up and put them in a basket and let them sit in the basket, and eventually the cat will go in there and dig around and pull something out, and the rest of them get to be put away where they become novel again. So it's something to think about. Something I should probably do here anyway, clean up. All right, let's keep rolling if we can. It's hard for me to organize all this with the ripple rug and the toys right here. Speaking of, I gotta move that over just a little. What's up, Lonnie? You're looking very svelte these days. Nice. Okay. Well, let's see what's next. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter, by the way, Canopy. That's very sweet of you just to use that birthday event that way. I should have said. All right, let's see. Is there a note in this one? There's kind of a note. Okay, well, I think this goes back to what I mentioned. Yeah. Oh, wait, there is a note. Oh, and look at that. The note says, I love all the adorable kittens from Eileen. Eileen K. We try not to use last names here. Eileen K. We just do that because it seems like the right thing to do. I know lots of people don't care, and I know also lots of YouTubers don't care, people that would be in sort of my position. And I don't know if I should or not, but at any rate, when it's just somebody that spells out their full name, then I usually avoid it. And if it's something like with Tina Marie's daughter's name, she spelled it out right in the middle of something calling out another person, so I thought that would be appropriate, but I don't know. Anyway, Eileen is the same one that had the note that I fell out yesterday, I think. So that may have been this. That was the note yesterday I read that said, I've been a big fan of your live streaming videos for a while. I just love watching Bebop give birth to her 7 adorable kittens. These gifts are for whoever wants them. Enjoy, from Eileen. So that's the same Eileen, and I don't know then if this fell out of this same box, because there's 2 things in here. There could have been 2 notes, or if there's going to end up being another box somewhere with stuff that's not labeled that we have to give the credit to Eileen. we'll see. Anyway, Eileen, you sent some really, really cool stuff. Oh, this is heavy. This says it is a folding cat bed, but that's a weird thing to call it when what it really is like a cat cube with a bed on top. And we've had some of these before. I've never seen this particular pattern before. The ones that we've had before are mostly like plain brown. But we have had these before, and they are awesome. And it looks like this one can be stacked on top of itself if you have multiple ones, so you can build them up into a tower. That's an interesting idea, too. Anyway, this is awesome, and if we can use it for some of the future kittens, we totally will. Otherwise, it will make an excellent endowment for someone who adopts a shy kitten that wants a place to hide. These things are also really sturdy. I mean, they're awesomely sturdy. The only reason I wouldn't use it around our house, of course, is if we have something like this that is a soft box. That is just way too tempting to loganberry, and it wouldn't last long around here. In fact, I think that's probably what happened to the brown one that we had. But this is awesome, Eileen. Thank you so much. Wow, this is really cool. It weighs a ton, so you know it's solid. I mean, that is very heavy. Plus, you also included a flat mouse, which the flat mouse is always a hit. We can always use more of these around. And this is a nice color one too. They come in so many different colors, but we don't see the tan one too often. It's usually the gray ones. Anyway, very cool. The flat mice, big hit all the time. I don't even know why. You'd think that the big round mice would be more of a hit, but the flat mouse are the ones that kittens go for just consistently. No clue. But really works out. Eileen, thank you so much. I feel like I don't need to put that back in this giant box, though. So let me use that to discard our stuff in. Right here. I'll put the skinny mouse over there. I'll put this box out of my view, back that way. And this can just, just sit out here for the moment. There we go. All right. Next up, see what I want to do. I want to take one of these ping pong balls and throw it. Oh, Maggie hit that out of the air. I don't know if that was on the video, though, because if she did it so far over, I expected it to bounce all the way back across the room first. Let me see if I can do one where you can see it. That didn't bounce enough. Whatever. Okay, well, I'm not going to throw them all out around the room. We need to save some of those for endowments and stuff, but that was pretty cool. Wow, what is going on here? I mean, I think I can see what's going on here, but where's the note? This is kind of cool. Hang on. One for each gift to their new homes and one for the faculty from Minion. And I know Minion means Lisa. That's our Lisa who manages the headmaster at kitten.academy email address, as well as everything on our Facebook page. And I think she does the private messages on our Twitter too, although we do the tweets. She handles any private communication. Did you guys hear that noise that Custard just made? He's meowing at the chair, trying to dig his way under the blanket. Oh, now Maggie wants to play. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on back there or not. He tried to get under the blanket, but he just knocked it off. So now he's got his head hidden under the blanket and his big giant butt just hanging out. That is, he thinks he's hidden, and he's so not hidden. Let's see if I can get a picture before he moves. He really does think he's hidden in there. That is not how hiding works. Let me help you though. Oh, okay, I was going to help. I'm going to cover you back up. It's fine, buddy. It's fine. You want to play. I can tell you want to play. We're going to get to it. So anyway, Lisa, who manages our Facebook page and answers a ton of our emails and stuff, she's so helpful. That's why she calls herself Minion. And what she has sent are 4 of the cat treat balls. They're little balls that you can put cat treats in, and then as the cat knocks them around, the treats fall out, and they get to enjoy themselves quite a bit. And you've sent 4 of those. That's 1 for each of the gift kittens and 1 for the faculty. And then on top of that, you sent 4 giant value-sized 16-ounce jars of the Temptations. I think I was explaining yesterday that we always have one of these giant things around, and they last quite a while. And the faculty all love them, and the kittens all love them. And the one that we've got that's open right now up in the master bedroom is the double stuffed kind. They're even bigger than normal. And despite the fact that they're even bigger than normal, we still have Smokey eating them. And she just has to eat them whole because she has no teeth. But she seems to love it. Like, I can't even pull one of these out without Smokey coming running to see if she can have some. And she just demands it. And I always feel like a little bad because they're kind of pokey. They're kind of, they got like pokey ends, and you think it would be all pokey. And then the major irony about Smokey, of course, is that she will eat those double stuffed Temptations with the pokey corners all day long. And then I want to give her a teeny tiny little pill with pokey corners, and it's the worst. She does not want it. I mean, you can't blame her for not wanting a pill. It probably doesn't taste great like the Temptations do. But it just seems so funny that she, you know, it's so much less for her to try to swallow, and it's a huge burden. So anyway, these are great, and I should pick some flavor. These kids all want some right now, since one of these is for the faculty. Which flavor do you kids want? You hear Custard talking over there? That's him asking to play. Oh, he's trying to get under that blanket now. He wants to get under a blanket and play with kittens, which is why the ripple rug is usually his thing. Well, let's see. Shrimpy Shrimp? That's the name. We're going to go with Shrimpy Shrimp because the other ones are all, they don't have names that are that cute. We've got Blissful Catnip, Seafood Medley, and Savory Salmon. None of that's as fun as Shrimpy Shrimp. And the rest of these I'm just going to put over here and label for Gab. I don't know if I can use one of these treat balls for the faculty, just not with Custard here anyway. Probably even without it, they're just going to, you know, sort of fight over. One of them's going to dominate it and get all the treats. I'm gonna put it aside for now. I'm definitely not going to get it out right this minute, and then we'll figure it out. But I am going to label this for the moment for Gab. And, oh, here, you know what? Let's take that one, the extra, put it with the other stuff over here. Good. Let's label this for the gifts, endowments. Lisa, thank you so much. That is awesome. And we always go through a ton of these, and they make great endowments. And, yeah, this is good. Let's use some right meow, like I was saying. Why not? I mean, oh, these things. They have a seal around the outside, and then they have a seal around the inside. Once you got those out of the way, it is a pretty convenient package. Of course, I can't leave these out anywhere because Ari will bite right through any treat package. Ari has chewed through a cardboard box to get to treats that are inside it before. And I don't know how he can tell either. It can be sealed, like completely sealed and scentless, and he still knows that it's in there. And he'll find a way. He always does. At any rate, that just means I have to put it away. What a treat. I know you kids really like Temptations. Oh, that's good stuff. Come around here. Come out in front. Come on, let's show everybody. Put this garbage in my pocket. Take my phone out. Garbage in. That way you're not trying to get that. Come right here, Banter. Banter, you want this? Oh, it's over there. There you go. There you go. Did you just eat that whole? You usually have to chomp it a little bit. Oh, because those are the double stuffed ones upstairs. Custard, hey bud, you want one? Mustard actually hasn't gone for treats so much lately, which is ironic considering his size. But I guess he gets all that weight just eating food. Maggie, on the other hand, comes running to these things. And you two, hey, you know what we're doing over here? They're too busy playing with that mouse, the Mermouse. It's not even off the packaging yet. You guys really like that. They like feathers. Oh, wow. In fact, Scuttlebutt likes it so much he just dropped his temptation to get it. All right, I guess we have to deploy the Mermouse. Come on, Scuttlebutt. Come on. Come on, right around here. There you go. I'm just going to set it right. Oh, a growl, and taking it away. All right, see you later, Mermouse. Hey. One for you. And Maggie. 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 All right, this is enough. You guys have had enough treats now. Maggie, don't hit the kitten for a treat. I'm surprised that Scuttlebutt is more interested in the Mermouse than a treat. Like I said, I gave her one, and she dropped the treat to pick up the mouse a second time. So, interesting. Okay, all right, we're done. Look, we're out. No more treats. So Scuttlebutt didn't get any. All right, you're standing right in front of the camera. Maggie, move. You need to come away from the camera. This needs to get put out in our treat area. And we need to open more boxes. We're still doing mailbag. What time is it? All right, I haven't taken as long as I thought. Because we started at 10:15, so we've really only been going like half an hour-ish. So this box says it's from Lily Cat. And considering that, there's significantly less tape than I might expect. Aw, oh, you think Lily Cat told me this was going to happen? Lily Cat likes to knit blankets for every cat that graduates, and lately she's been sending a lot of them directly to their adopters because she's fallen behind, and I try to convince her that she's not under no obligation to send them for every kitten. She should just skip some, because being behind is not fun. Anyway, Lily Cat sent one for Gab. So let's take a look at Gab's blanket, and as I said to her, and as I said to all of you yesterday, we will make sure this gets to Gab in due time. That's what we're going with now, right? In due time. That really does sound good. I mean, in due time, really, instead of being like, oh, we're so late, we're always behind on that stuff, in due time makes it sound like, hey, this is all according to plan. You know, we wouldn't want to send it before it was time. I'm sticking with that. I love it. Speaking of things I love, these colors are fantastic. So it's white with a little, it's shot through with some little purple and sort of a tan taupe color. And it's got a purple and white border around it too. It's beautiful and it's so soft. These are all so soft. Lily Cat, your blankets are stunning. And as you know, very sought after. Considering most of the time the only way to get one is to adopt a kitten. That is a rarefied blanket. And then, of course, there was that time at KA-Con last year where one was up for raffle and it took the #1 spot for raffle tickets, I think. Is that true? Sounds true to me. Anyway, that is for Gab, and it will get to Gab in due time. Lily Cat, thank you so much. These blankets are wonderful, and I know that the adopters love them. I'm going to put it back in the box. Here we go. Wrap it all right back up and write Gab's name on it and add it to the pile of stuff that is still growing that we have to send to Gab, which is among the piles of things that we have to send to all kinds of previous adopters, or alumni, I guess I should say. Gab. Okay, got it. Lily Cat, thank you so much. I'm amazed that you're still doing that. It's a lot of work. All right, next. Hi, Banter, what are you looking at? You're not Banter, you're Blarney. Oh, I see a lot of toys. What is this? Hi, Scuttlebutt. You left your little Mermouse right there. You just jumped on it and then you ran over here. Aw. So this says, hang on. There's a couple notes. Okay, there's a few notes actually. Let me see if I can get all the notes going because there's a continued note it says. So I have to read them in some kind of order. Okay, let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, I don't know if I got the right order, but here we go. Just dive right in. Hi, Mr. A and Dr. DJ. Hi, we've wanted to gift KA something for some time. We watched the birth and noticed twinsies. We immediately thought, how are we going to be able to tell them apart? I did go in the wrong order because this one says, number one, it starts with number one. You'd think that would have been a clue to me. There are 3 messages in the gift note. This is number one telling you about the other 2. Thank you for sharing the KA rescue and live stream. And then, of course, we are on the last one, which says, here you go. We also bought some toys that would not ship to your P.O. box. We will be sending those later. From Angela, Cassie, Caleb, and Comet, our panther. Comet's a great name for a panther. All right, Angela, Cassie, Caleb, and Comet, you guys have sent, I need to go back to the first one I read now. We noticed twinsies. We maybe thought, how are we going to be able to tell them apart? Well, interesting. So what have you sent? First off, in this bag there are a bag of, it's the easy for me to say, the Deluxe Cat Toy Pack, which includes a cat wand, a cat tunnel, and a huge assortment of cat toys. And there's some really good ones in here too, like the Mylar balls, and these little sisal balls, and there's a little fish that you can hang up somewhere. And there's even one that's like a Weeble, that's a mouse on a ball that presumably is going to stand up and get batted around. That is like a perfect toy pack to get somebody started in an endowment. I like that a lot. And here you have sent, well, you have sent what appear to be Velcro collars for newborn puppies and kittens. And you sent 2 packs, and one, they say L on them as though they are large, but I find that difficult to believe because they're probably kitten size. So I'll tell you about this. We're probably not going to use these for the kittens, but I'll tell you what we can do to make sure that it doesn't go to waste is we can give them to the Danbury Animal Welfare Society. They are the shelter that we work with, and they also handle dogs, and they might find a litter that is perfect for these, if I can open them. Now, I haven't looked at one of these in a long time, but when we first had this problem for a previous class, we looked at using little Velcro collars, and my problem with them is that they stay on a little too well, and kittens, especially little newborn kittens that you want to be able to tell apart, they don't have a lot of strength, and they don't have a lot of coordination. So it's just... Oh, I thought that was going to be the sound of those balls getting knocked over. It wasn't, though. You guys got to try harder. Anyway, the kittens don't have a lot of coordination, and they are, they're a lot stronger than you would think. Little kittens are much stronger than you would think, but not strong enough. So the trick then is that if you want to try to put something on them, it has to be something that comes off incredibly easy, and then you run into the problem of it has to come off so easily that it's just not going to stay on at all, and there's no middle ground. If you've got something that stays on, it's too much, and that makes it basically impossible right off the bat to put a collar on a newborn kitten in a way that I feel comfortable with. Now, I know other fosters do, and I'm not knocking them for that. I've never heard of anybody actually having any kind of an incident. So nothing to fear, maybe, but that doesn't. I still, got to do what you're comfortable with, and I think I've mentioned before how I'm not super comfortable with that. So pulling it off this way is pretty easy, and a kitten could do that. The trouble is that it has to. And this is a thing about Velcro and about engineering that's interesting is. I can't remember the technical terms, but they have a technical term for the difference between pulling it this way
and pulling it like lengthwise, like this way, where I can't even pull that off. You see? So if a kitten gets its little foot stuck in there and wants to try to pull it off, well, you can see even this kitten can't from the side. It only comes off easily if you lift it up, and that's one of the wonders, the miracles that makes Velcro such a useful thing, is it can hold something very tightly when the stress is applied laterally, but it comes right off if you pull it up from the top. That's why Velcro is the miracle that it is, but it also is why it's not super suitable for this purpose, in my opinion. So I thank you though for sending it, and I'll tell you this. I will try to offer it to DAWs who may have some kind of little animals or fosters that this is more appropriate for. And if they don't, I know another fantastic use for these. They make the best reusable cable ties. They're fantastic for cable ties. Really, they are. Same kind of story. Apparently, they don't make bad cat toys either. These guys are all super interested in it. I don't know why. So thank you, though. I sincerely mean this. It is the thought that counts, and I know that you really put a lot of thought into this, and it's fantastic. It's so nice of you to do. But I wanted to let you know right up front that you're probably not going to see these on the kittens on the stream. So I'm sorry to disappoint like that. I really am. Anyway, I hope I explained it well enough too, so that maybe we've learned a little something. Wow, that was quite a flip and a floofy tail. Custard wants to play with you. He just wants to play. I can see that right now. He wants to play. He could be a lot of fun if you give him a chance. Could be good for both of you. He is playing with the ripple rug, and this is Custard has historically been the cat that teaches the kittens all about how to play on the ripple rug. So it looks like he's ready for his duties, but it seems like the kittens may not be. That really freaked little Banter out pretty good. And you can't see it, but Blarney is in here. No, that's Scuttlebutt. Sorry, Scuttlebutt's right here in the ripple rug too. Anyway, let me read the list of your names again. I only remember Caleb. I don't know why that name sticks out for me, but so thank you so much, Angela, Cassie, Caleb, and Comet the Panther. That is some wonderful stuff, and like I said, it may not get used for our kittens, but it will absolutely get used in a way that is valuable. So thank you very, very much for that. I do appreciate it. And for some mysterious reason, they've included a microfiber cloth, which are great for cleaning my camera lenses. Who knows why? I don't see how those things go together, but I do thank you for that. Okay. I'm going to actually put that microfiber cloth right in my pocket because I always need one of those. Okay. There, it'll stay in the pocket. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Got it. Good. Good. All right. Next up, our last box. Okay, we made it all the way through, or almost all the way through. This one is the one that was jingling yesterday and comes to us from the distant shores of exotic Australia. My goodness. Australia, known for its mountains and its lager. Am I right? See, I'm trying to make the reverse joke there because everybody's like, Austria isn't Australia. There's no kangaroos in Austria. I was trying to go the other way, and I don't think I made it. Sorry. Okay, I can't get this thing open. Oh, there we go. They put assembly instructions right inside how to assemble the box. What they need to do is put disassembly instructions on the outside. That would make too much sense, wouldn't it? Okay. What have we got? We've got note, safe to read on Mailbag. Well, that's somebody who definitely gets it. Oh, and then there's another one that says stuff for you both. Well, interesting. All right. Dear Mr. A and DJ, my name is Jacqueline, who is J Cat Lover on Discord, and I think that's J spelled out J-A-Y, J Cat Lover on Discord. And me and my partner Taylor live in Australia in the Blue Mountains, NSW, near Sydney. Is NSW New South Wales? Or am I just making that up? I don't know. One day we were strolling on YouTube and we came across Kitten Academy live stream. That was about 2 years ago now, and we just had to send you this to say a really huge, true thank you to both for all that you are doing and have accomplished. It is truly the most amazing thing and takes some pretty amazing gold-hearted people. Both mine and my partner's family have rescued kittens and cats while we were children growing up, and now together we've moved in together and have our very own stray cat. His name is JT, and enclosed is a picture of him. I've also enclosed a picture of Geoffrey, another cat my partner's family owns. Hang on, I want to find these pictures while I'm talking to you. While I'm reading your note, are they in the Stuff for You Both envelope, perhaps? Let's see. They are. Oh, they're a little tiny, though. I don't know if you guys will be able to see these. Geoffrey and JT, and they look like they came from a micro, like a Polaroid, a Fujifilm, little tiny Polaroid. Those are so cute. I haven't seen those before. Geoffrey and JT. They're both black and white, like Tuxie cats. They're beautiful. DJ has a very soft spot for Tuxies, as you well know. Anyway, let's see. His name is JT, and enclosed is a picture of him. I've also enclosed a picture of Geoffrey, another cat my partner's family owns, and he looks exactly like JT, which is how JT got his name, Geoffrey and Geoffrey 2. JT is very much used to being an outside stray cat, and when we let him in, he only wants to stay in for a very short period of time. He walks around smelling things and then wants to be let out again. He taps on the door when he wants to be fed, so I feed him on the veranda to make him comfortable. That is so cute. We watch Kitten Academy close-ups every night and love watching the Mailbag, although we don't watch them live as we have a time difference, but we truly love them. It's beautiful to see such kind-hearted people. I really liked Cartwheel and Flip, but I really can't choose favorites as I love them all. It makes me laugh when the faculty cats play, as my mom has a 9-year-old pure black girl cat that has rarely ever wanted to play, even from a kitten. These cat things we have sent to you are things to give to whomever you think needs them the most, and I can't wait to see the cats and kittens play with them. I put a few things in there for you and DJ also, such as 2 postcards. One is from our favorite lolly shop, pictures of our cats, a picture of a cat with an envelope, and a mini envelope and postcard for DJ. We can't thank you enough and hope to send you more things soon. Again, thank you for being such kind, amazing people and for all that you do. From Jacqueline, who is J Cat Lover, and Taylor and our stray, who is now part of our family, JT. P.S. The heart picture is for you so that even though you miss her, Beep will always be in your heart. Oh, well, Beep is always in my heart. This is the cutest thing. It is a little tiny envelope that says DJ, and it even has postage from Australia on it, and it opens up. It is perfect. And then there's also a little tiny postcard with a picture of Sylvester on it. It says, here's a mini postcard, and on the back, it really is made up exactly like a little tiny postcard. I know you don't do this with postcards, but I'm going to put it in the envelope because that'll be even more fun for DJ to discover. Then we have here a rainbow-colored kitty that is holding a card that says, thank you. And the pictures that you saw of Geoffrey and JT, who really do look a lot alike, both being little black and white tuxie kitties. Here we have a postcard from the Blue Mountains. Oh, they are beautiful. And it does say New South Wales here, so all right, I nailed it. The Scenic Cableway near Kitumba is an exciting ride in the Blue Mountains just west of Sydney, New South Wales. The car takes up to 84 people, 545 meters down to the floor of the Jameson Valley beneath the Rainforest canopy. Wow, I'm a little scared of heights, so that would probably be frightening to me, but I would do it anyway because that looks awesome. Then we have a picture here of a Volkswagen Beetle that says, catch the lolly bug, Little Hartley, NSW, thelollybug.com.au. Interesting. I don't have the slightest idea what a lolly shop is, but I assume it is a candy store. I hope that's true. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so you've sent all that, plus even more fun. I saw this sitting in there, and I was excited. The Blue Mountains Gazette. Oh, wow, and they've got a picture, an awesome photograph here right on the front of climbers at Boar's Head in Kitumba. That is just an epic photo. I know it won't come across. It's a little faded even in the paper, but the original of this must be fantastic. Photo credit David Smith. I'm so excited to read this. You guys know I love to read local papers, especially the advertisements in them are always so fun and interesting. So thank you so much for sending that along. I'm looking forward to getting into that in some detail. Now, you've also packed this, it appears to be packed completely full of cat toys and things. Hi, Scuttle Bunny. Okay, Scuttlebutt, why don't you go get that Mermouse that you just loved the heck out of a minute ago and just left over there, forgotten already? No, not now? All right, we'll get it back out. So here it is, an abominable snowman, I guess fuzzy cat toy that is really cute. I guess it must be a movie tie-in from DreamWorks, Abominable, which is a movie I did not see, but the character is super cute. Then we have a cat wand. It says cat teaser, feathers, and ball. That looks like that will be a big hit. There he is. Got Scuttlebutt's attention anyway. Okay. Keep going. Oh, what is this? Aw, Beep and Foggy and Klaxon on a heart. That is so cute. I was going to say this when I was reading your letter, and I skipped it. I've been playing, in fact, just last night, I finally found just a couple minutes to finish the main plot of Red Dead Redemption 2, which I know everybody's had played already by now, I'm sure. It took me a long time to get through it because I just don't have the time I used to have to play video games. Anyway, my whole point in bringing it up is that they let you name your horse, and the horse that they give you is it's kind of colored like a tuxie. It's black and white. I say the one that they give you as like if you ordered the bonus special edition or whatever, they give you a free horse, and he looks kind of like Beep. So I named him Beep, and that was really fun. So yeah. Anyway, so Beep is always with me, and it's interesting that you would send Beep to me when Beep definitely is always in my heart. So thank you so much for that. Good choice. This is fun. This is like a big old Weeble toy that's got a bell in it and feathers on the top, and looks like that will be highly entertaining for the kittens. Scuttlebutt's already like, what is this thing? And loves feathers, so this could be fun. I'm just going to leave that one out right now. So that seems like a good one to put out for the kittens right away. Here you have sent us a new cat hammock. The cat hammock bed provides a good night's rest and saves floor space, it says, as though you needed an advertisement. Ideal option for them to hide under a chair. All right, well, we do have some chairs we could try this out on. I don't think we've ever put one under a chair, but that is what a lot of people use them for. And we put them in our cat cages, of course, is one place. I call them cages, and it always sounds wrong because we don't usually put cats in the cages, but they are, that's what they're for. Anyway, not the point. Anyway, the cat hammock, thank you so much for that. We've had some cats that just live in the hammock, and then we've had other cats that will have nothing to do with it. So they can be real hit or miss, but for the ones that they like them, they really like them. Okay. Here we have a cat scratcher that has a post that stands up with little ribbons on it. You'll have to see it in the picture because it's not assembled. And this big old track for the balls to roll around in too. That is a perfect kitten cat scratcher that I know some class of kittens is going to get a big kick out of. And then a couple more items. This must be what this is all stuff that I heard when we were moving that box around. Now, this one is super, super cool. It is a cylindrical cardboard cat scratcher, includes toy, fun for rolling and batting. And the thing that makes this completely awesome is it's got these holes cut out in the side. There's 2 holes on this side and 1 hole on this side, and you can hear it inside. There is a plastic ball with a jingle bell in it. This is going to be awesome. I can tell already this is exactly the kind of thing that cats would love to knock around. That's perfect. Plus, this is this tumbler with feather. Oh, I see. Is the feather? No? Oh, that's this, isn't it? This came out of its packaging, I think. Yes, because that does fit in there very well. And then, so there's a mystery stick that it comes with too. Maybe this is to replace the feather at some point in the future. I think these things go together. It seems like they have to go together. I can't get the stick out of the packaging. Yes, I see. So if you can replace the feather with, once the feathers are all chewed off, what appears to be just a plain pink stick for them to play that at too, a little antenna. That's a good idea because these feathers are inevitably going to end up torn out, and the little plastic stick may last longer. So that's super clever. I'll hang on to the stick though. The feathers for now are going to make this a hit. They're climbing in the discard pile over here right now. I got to put that someplace safe. And then finally, we have a Minnie Mouse, not Mickey Mouse, but Minnie Mouse Catnip Cat Toy Pocket, I think, maybe. It is very, very cute. Thank you guys so much for sending all this in your wonderful, wonderful letter from Australia. I already regret trying to make a joke about Australia before I started. I feel bad about that. Even though it wasn't a cruel-hearted joke, it wasn't I didn't need to do that. So thanks again to J Cat Lover and Taylor JT. So I really appreciate that. I'm so excited about this. Well, that was it. That wrapped up the mailbag. That was our two-part mailbag, and we went almost exactly an hour just now, plus an hour and a half yesterday. So that was a 2.5-hour mailbag. I'm glad I didn't try to get through it all at once. And I also got to ramble a little more than usual, so that makes it extra fun. I got to take a picture of these kids in this thing because I know you can't see them, and they're being very, very cute. Except now they're not being cute. Why did you stop? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Give me a cute picture. How can two kittens be so not cute all of a sudden just because I get the camera out? Come on now. They're not showing me their faces, and they're like digging in the bottom of it so that I can't see them. Where just a second ago they were both standing up tall and looking at me and being adorable. All right, well, that didn't work out. Go on the record. You kittens are not cute. I'm teasing. Of course you're adorable. I can't deal with it. All right. Thanks again to everybody that sent everything. It was fantastic. I know this is going to be just great stuff for the kittens. A lot of it stuff for the kittens to take home with them. Some of it stuff for the kittens to play with right meow. And it was all fantastic. I really can't thank you enough. I'm going to put this stuff in the boxes to go downstairs for now. But I'm going to label it for any potential future use. When we get a new class in, I tend to go down there and just grab a bunch of stuff that's labeled for anybody and use that to fill up the room when we first started in class. So some of it will be helpful for that. Some of it will be helpful for endowments. I think Minnie can stay right out here right now. Except I'm going to throw her a little further from the camera so that Disney doesn't try to sue us for using their image on our stream. Because you know how they are. That's it. Okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to try to get all this stuff put away, more or less, and then we'll wrap up the mailbag archive. And then maybe I'll eat something and try to follow through with that plan of wearing custard out. Although from everything I've heard lately, he may already be worn out. I don't see him or hear him. So maybe he's decided to already take a rest. Where is he? Maybe he's out in the cat run with Maggie. I can see Maggie out there. Oh, there he is. You got a big purr going on. What's with that purr? Scuttle bunny? Not a big purr for a tiny scuttle bunny. I know you want to play with this. We've got some wand toys we'll play with you. Oh, you got to let go. Oh my gosh. I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. I like the tail on that. I guess Scuttle Bunny does too. Scuttlebutt. Come on, pal. I got to get this stuff put away. Custard, do you have leftover breakfast, or did the kittens eat it all? Custard's found that Mermouse. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Is he going to pick it up and play with it? He might be on the other camera. Maybe you guys can see him. So I don't have to narrate it. He did not pick it up, but he was interested in it. Okay. Want to fight? Pick on somebody your own size. Look, this guy's your size. Kind of looks like you, too. Why don't you play with your Mermouse? I already unboxed the toy just for you. And you really wanted it, too. You wanted it more than treats, more than anything. Oh, now you want him? Why don't you try this one? You don't need more coffee. I need more coffee. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this letter and put it with my beep heart. Put this in with our Kitten Academy stuff in the cabinet right over there. I'm going to do that first so I don't lose track of it. Okay, up and at 'em. Oh, man, this is a long way up. Oh, my goodness. All right. Sorry, Geoffrey, you're going to stay on that side for now. Isolated. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, buddy. Just for now, pal. Postage, come out of there. You can't be in there. This is specifically a place for cats to be. The whole purpose for its existence. Oh, you're gonna break things. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was dangerous. Good. We have a display cabinet right around the corner there where I put all the sort of art stuff and especially the fragile stuff that people send us. And I just added the heart note in there, and it's perfect. Thank you so much. A lot of times when we get something like that, I will take the note that comes with it and stick the note to the back of the art, and that way it's always together. I need a slightly bigger box for this mess. Let's see. How am I going to make this all work? This is not a slightly bigger box, it's a much bigger box, but I think I can still make it work. In fact, I put this back in here after all. Now, we still have room for all the other stuff in there, I think. Open? Yes. Good. Very good. You get to stay out. You're gonna make an appearance during the Southwestern theme. I need to put you with that stuff. Sit in my pocket for now, buddy. Okay. Oh, yeah. This goes in here. This goes in here. This gets labeled as endowments or non-dismissively, whatever. Endowments or non-dismissive, whatever. don't know if that worked, but I tried it. Lots are right. Maybe instead of non-dismissive whatever, I should write miscellaneous, because it's a long word, but it's not that long. That's using my brain. How can I be so smart before I've had enough coffee? All right. I gotta start taking this stuff out of here now, so I will be back. This is gonna go in my pocket. You never know when you're gonna run across a cat that needs to have its picture taken. Oh man, especially that box that's in there, very heavy stuff. Sorry, Tuxedos, man, we gotta stay here. I need it. Kids love this Mermouse. I thought that was the coolest toy you'd ever seen. Just like 5 minutes ago. It's only cool when I tell you not to play with it, isn't it? Whoa, whoa, stop at everything. I got it. Almost got it. Custard, you're being so cute. I know. And you were being nice just a minute ago, trying to play. You know, I'm not having much success, but you were trying. All right, these are going to go with me right now. Whoa, hang on there, Custom Doodle. I know, buddy. Okay, well, let's clean up. I'll tell you one more time that my plans for today involve doing some of my usual stuff. I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to clean up around the house like I always do, get things in a good state, and then I'm going to try to get custard all played out. I'm going to try to get. I'm probably going to bring the tissue pit in here. Tissue pit's still full of tissue from the last time I used it. I just stored it down in the basement full. I'll bring the tissue pit in for Custard to try to play in. I'll keep the ripple rug out. I'll get out a wand toy. The trouble with the wand toys, of course, is as soon as I start playing with one, Logan Gray wants to come in and be involved. On the other hand, usually if you have a toy going, this is good advice for anybody who's trying to get cats to get along. If you're actively playing with a toy, usually the cats will be having so much fun with that they aren't going to bother each other too much. So
As long as I keep it going, Loganberry being in here for it can be fine. But when I'm done, I'll have to take it back out again. So there you have it. Also, I will, at least right now, my plan is to do a close-up for everybody later today, since we usually do one on Sunday. I'll just stick with it, but I'll do it later. I'm not in any hurry to get to that right now. And that'll be it. So everything's put away. That means mailbag's over. I'm going to wrap up the archive now. A lot of that talk about what we're going to do later today isn't going to matter to anybody that's watching this later on the archive. But hey, you heard it. You can't unhear it. So there you go. Take that knowledge with you. And we'll see you later, archive folks. Thanks for watching.